Hey everyone, my name is Jordan Briones, and in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to possibly one of the best pickleball points ever. This is in the previous PPA that just happened here, and this is from the Desert Ridge Open, kind of in my neck of the woods here in Arizona, and we have the Johns brothers versus Tyson McGuffin and Deckel Bar. So we're going to be breaking down this entire point and see if it could actually top the top 5 list of one of the best points ever in the game of pickleball. All right, so here we go. We're gonna hop right back in. Again, my name is Jordan Briones. If you are looking for any coaching or anything like that, go check the description below. I do a lot of that, and I'd love to see you on the court. All right, so we have the Johns brothers up in the third game. It was pretty easy on the first and second game, 11-3, 11-3 for them. This game's a little tighter, so we are going to see the result here of this point. Got Colin to serve. Ben Johns takes the third shot drive and fifth shot drop. And I just want to comment on one thing. Again, this is going to be more of a coach's reaction breakdown. Obviously, we do a lot of coaching on this channel. But here, Ben takes a lot of the court here. And this third shot drive choice. I really like this. Again, if you are a player that drops all your third shots, developing a good drive is a great option to have to put pressure. And it will usually end up, a good drive will end up with a shorter volley into the non-volley zone. And you will see most players, and a seasoned player here, #1 player in the world, Ben Johns, you will see him drop his fifth shot 99% of the time. So here's the drop. And then you can see Tyson creating space. So I really like that. Again, we talk about creating space with the shuffle step. You can see Tyson actually use an angled shuffle step here in this point here. So that left foot comes in right here. He's got those yellow shoes on. The right foot slides out in an angle, and then he's going to go for that topspin cross-court dink. So we have a lot of cross-court dinks between him and Colin here, and we kind of have a battle of two different styles here. Colin, actually, these are more slice kind of lift dinks here from Colin Johns, and then Tyson is hitting a lot of topspin dinks, and that topspin gets that ball down. Colin does a really good job, obviously, keeping the ball down and also taking the ball out of the air when he can. Okay, so here's some other dinks here, and you can see in this position, like, look how far Deckel Bar is, Tyson McGuffin's partner in this scenario. He is straddling that center line, and this is to put a lot of pressure on your opponents. Obviously, Colin is sticking to the game plan, getting as many forehand dinks to Tyson's forehand. And you can see here, Ben Johns doesn't actually have to cheat as much as Deckel is right here. Okay, so here's a first down the line dink. And again, that's a really good switch up for those of you who want to go back. For those of you who get locked in cross-court rallies, there's nothing wrong with hitting cross-court, but sending it up the line to keep the person in front of you honest and engaged is really good. Okay, so there's a middle dink there. Okay, and here's that first opportunity to attack. So I'm going to go back here, and this is a very, very good example when I'm coaching what we're looking for when we're attacking and what we are trying to accomplish here. So here's that down the line dink by Tyson, and here is a middle dink here. Now you can see Ben, I'm actually going to go back here. So Deckel gets this wide dink towards his, or outside of his left knee here, and he dinks middle. That's really key because he stays away from the Ernie and he doesn't hit it cross court. This is actually the safest, most efficient shot possible. You can see Ben here use that angled shuffle step. Look at that. So I'm going to go back here. This is coming off of Deckel's paddle, but you can see him slide that left foot in and then that right foot out in like a 45-degree angle. So that's something that we teach all the time, that footwork creating space. And the reason why he does this is so that he can create space to hit a very offensive ball. So this is like more of a top spin dink for sure. Okay, and look where that lands. Okay, so it is forcing Tyson to drop his paddle down, and look how close that is to the line. It's actually an inch from the line here. Now the PPA, I don't know why this is like the quality is in 1080, but we're gonna show you here. It's right on the line. So this actually forces Tyson into a half volley dink. So that is that is the last kind of dink that you want to be hitting. What I call a half volley, or off the bounce, or right off the bounce dink, a short hop we can call it. But again, this is why it's really crucial, especially at higher levels. You can see Ben here create space, and then you can see him dink with topspin. It really gets that ball dipping down to the feet, and it forces Tyson to short hop the ball. And this is the very first opportunity to take the ball that is a little bit higher. So you can see Ben really squeezing way over the center line. And I want you to see Colin right here. He's using his peripheral vision to see Ben is going to take this with his forehand. So look at him slide out of the way. And this is really just good nonverbal communication here. So here's the first attack, and that's a great get by Tyson there. Okay, and then we got the smash here, and I want to show you here. I mean, what a good get. Let's just see. We're going to go back and see Tyson's positioning on this first attack. Here's that force of the half volley. Okay, now look at Tyson's stance, super low, and his paddle's low, and that is how he's able to dig that first ball out. Here's the smash, and you can see him and Deco retreating. Okay, so when a coach or someone tells you, hey, you should never back up off the non-volley zone line, obviously there are times to do this, especially at higher levels. When you're digging yourself out of the point, you can see Deco and Tyson retreating back together as Ben hits this powerful smash. So here's the smash, trying to get it to Tyson's feet, and then Tyson gets another dig out, right? And you will see them again stay back and actually take another step back. So now they're behind the non-volley zone. Okay, so Ben is trying to keep them back. Here's a drop, and this is actually a really good teaching point here, because Ben is keeping the pressure on. Okay, he's staying in the middle here, and here's Deco with this slice drop towards the middle. Now most players, probably 4 or 5 level below, would come in on this ball like all the way. The reason why this is not a good drop at higher levels is because it's a super high bounce, and it's landing short into the non-volley zone. So you can see Ben here, he's going to wind up and hit a very, very aggressive drive from the kitchen line. So you will see, we're going to see that one more time. You will see after this drop here, Tyson and Deco take about 1 or 2 steps in, and you're going to see their split step. So really important. So Ben hits that nice roll here. Deco goes again, and it's a little bit of a pop-up again. So you're going to see them kind of retreat more. Ben keeps the pressure on, and this is just a great get by Deco. One of the things that the pros do really well as they use angles. Obviously, you can't hit through good players. You can see Ben actually trying to angle this off the court, and Deco just did a great job reading that. So here we go. Really, really good stuff. You can see Ben still trying to keep him back. Colin actually gets a touch right there. Okay. All right, so we're going to go back there, and this is just a lot of pressure here. Here's the shot here that Ben is going to Ernie. And at higher levels, again, when you're defending, it's always a risk when you are hitting the ball defending and hitting near the sideline. So a good tip is when you are actually defending and digging yourself out of the point is to keep the balls in the middle of the court so there's less angles. And we're going to see here why that's really important. This ball, even though it was going to land in a non-volley zone, it's near the sideline. So Ben has this really amazing Ernie shot here, backhand angle, right? But Deco reads it because he's seeing it. So he's way off the court. But here we go. And watch Tyson fill in. I really like that. And you know what? As I teach so many different levels of players, one of the things and one of the myths is, that's the center line here is, your side and my side. And you will see in pickleball, in the game, as you play better and better players, you're going to need to cover both sides of the court at times. And this is one of those examples. So here we go. Here's that roll from Ben. Here's the Ernie backhand from Ben. And because Deco is far off the court, I mean, he's like probably 8 to 10 feet off the court, you will see Tyson, naturally, he has to cover the whole court. He's playing singles here. So if Tyson did not come up, look at this. I mean, you almost never see this in pickleball or pro pickleball even, because of the angles. But Tyson is way on that odd side, digging that ball out, and you're going to see him slide back in. So there's Ben keeping the pressure again, and there's Tyson with the little dance there. So again, great fill in there by Tyson, Ben. Okay, so and then actually we're gonna see, so Deco comes back in, and again, a lot of people here would get really impatient, try to drive, maybe lob. I don't think lob is a wrong option, but these guys have good touch. Deco hits that good drop here, and then they're both coming in. And then Ben is trying to go for this two-handed shot down the middle, but again, misses on the top of the net. So again, good defense causes errors. And we talk about offense a lot on this channel. I'm just going to replay the point, but having strong defense is really, really important and crucial in higher levels. Make sure that you are retreating when necessary. Sometimes we lift up balls, either you or your partner. Sometimes players hit good shots, which we just saw Ben force Tyson to hit a half volley. Sometimes we just need to dig ourselves out of the point, and just stay in the point and survive at times. Once we can neutralize a ball, then we can make our way into that non-volley zone. But until then, if it's not safe, you can always try to throw balls into the non-volley zone and try to get yourself out of the point. So that was one of the best points of the match, and probably one of the best points ever. It is 9-7. I'm actually going to... little bonus here. I'm just going to continue this, and we're going to just see a couple of things. That was a big momentum shift. Obviously, Barr and McGuffin are down 2 games here. 2 games. So here's the drive, and just momentum shift. Here's that Ferrari forehand by Tyson McGuffin. So again, another reason to have a great drive is to put pressure on your opponents. And in this situation here, unwinding the stack, super, super good play here by Tyson. Look where he serves the ball, by the way, too. Every time I see this too, when I'm playing players who are, I know they're going to unwind the stack. In this situation, when Ben is sliding all the way and coming all the way around to cover and get to the non-volley zone line on the odd side, I like to serve it really, really wide, just like Tyson in this example. So look where his ball actually bounces. It's really close to the sideline, forces Ben to hit outside the sideline. So in this situation here, Ben has to, run up to the net, and here is the drive, and I want to show you this. And Ben doesn't really come into a, not an ideal split step, I would say. Your split step, typically, you want your feet parallel to the net. You can kind of see he stops. He is balanced, but again, it's not the best split step there. And you have Deco applying pressure. So having a good drive, super crucial along with a good serve to put pressure on your opponents. So here we go. We got Tyson serving, and it's 8-9. Okay, there's another drive. Really good. And that's a typical pattern. You will see a drive and drop. Deco Bar is a seasoned pickleball player. If if Colin hits a good volley on it, he'll hit a good drop and come in on the 5th. And look at that. That's a good defense there by Dekel. And I want to go to the speed up here. We teach this all the time. Dead dinks or dinks that land with a high bounce. Look at Ben there, create space, drop that paddle head. Look at where exactly this attack is, and this is what we call the dominant side or the dominant hip, okay? I like to teach the wings where it's a little bit outside of the right hip. In this situation, Tyson McGuffin here, you can see that that ball is a couple feet or a foot or two outside that right hip, and it causes him to chicken wing, and then Ben cleans it up and goes straight on to Dekel. So great speed up attack, and that is at the pro level. Even you will see the attacks there to that dominant wing as the first primary target. Okay, so here we go. Good drop there by Tyson, taking his time here. Okay, so now Dekel and Tyson have switched, which is really interesting. And here's that little slice attack here. Now, I really like this play. Look how, Dekel disguises this. He goes cross court, and then he sets up the same exact way. So it kind of looks like this ball is outside, kind of on the reach. And maybe he could dink it down the line in this situation, but he decides to attack, kind of towards the middle here across Ben's body, and he goes for the dominant side, and I think Ben maybe thought it was going to go out, but it kind of pretzeled him a little bit, and that's just a good shot there. So now it's 9-9. We got Dekel, probably one of the biggest servers. And on that, as the rules are changing on the serve, okay, we have some serve videos on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and check that out. We get a lot of comments on, oh, the serve is this and that. The rules are changing. In pro pickleball, it's a little bit different than the vast majority of USA pickleball rules. But one of the things that's never going to go away is good technique. So the rules here in this game, you can see Dekel here. He has to drop at waist level or below, and then without tossing. But you can see Dekel has one of the most powerful serves because of good technique. There's the drive again, and there's the amazing volley here by Colin. And one of the reasons why Colin is able to hit such a good counter volley is because he's balanced by the time that ball is coming his way. So his feet aren't moving, and he could hit a really good counter volley. So I don't think that was the wrong shot by Dekel. I just think that that's the risk that you take when you're trying to apply pressure and run in after that drive. So here we go. We got 9-9, and we got Ben serving to McGuffin. Great counter, great reset there. Okay, now we got the slow game. And then we got Tyson back on the even side of the court. So really quick, I want to talk about this counter attack. This is a little bit high. This is the problem too. With attacking cross court, your partner or your opponent has more time here. Tyson has an amazing forehand here, but in this situation, I just want to show you. I know it's not the, it's a little pixelated here, but in this situation, this ball, I would say, is probably around net level. So it's very attackable for Tyson. He has a few options. He can go right at Ben. And I would argue a good place to maybe go might be Ben's dominant side. In this situation here, you can kind of see Ben cheating towards the center line like he usually does. I think actually going over here, maybe inside out, and I know Tyson is capable of this, but this is me slowing it down. I think going, making Ben stretch and reach for a backhand volley might be a good option. But if you're attacking cross court, especially someone like Colin who has his two-hander ready, you know, he could just counter volley that back. So probably not the best spot for Tyson. That's just a really good counter by Colin there. All right, so we got match point. Desert Ridge Open here in Arizona. And there's a topspin drop, forcing that half volley. And look at this. We got the topspin lob by Tyson here. And great shot. Again, this is probably a little bit of a desperation shot. It was very effective. I mean, at 9-10, this is a pretty risky shot. But this topspin lob, cross court, what a great execution. Again, watch Ben run this down and throw up a lob. So sometimes if, you know, you get lobbed, a defensive lob is a great shot to have when you and your partner are scrambling. Why is that? Because it buys you a lot of time. In this particular tournament, I think the sun was kind of up there, so it's hard for Deco to see. That's why you see that weak overhead. And this is, again, a weak ball, inviting Ben to drive the ball again. So he drives it at Tyson, and Tyson hits it out. And again, I want to show you the location of that drive. Ben could drive anywhere, right? He has the skill here to put the ball, you know, at Tyson, inside out in the corner over here, maybe at Deckel. But he drives right to Tyson, and that's exactly what we talked about, right? 1 to 2 feet outside that right hip, forcing that little jam up, and that is match point. So the Johns start off with a gold medal here at the Desert Ridge Open, and there it is. Yeah, so that is my reaction to the best, possibly one of the best points in pickleball history. Leave a comment below if you agree or if you thought that was one of the best, most exciting points. Comment below if you like this format, me reacting to certain pickleball things in the pickleball space. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. Comment below of what you will want me to react to, certain current events or certain plays like this, women's doubles, mixed doubles, singles. Let me know, because I want to be doing a lot more of this. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this point. The Johns are definitely still the ones to beat. And yeah, thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video.